Hi guys, welcome to the yoga show once again by Rushi. Well, now I am going to explain you how exactly to do a Ustrasana. Well, Ustrasana can also be known as a camel pose. Well, in Sanskrit, Ustra means it's a camel, okay, and whereas the asana means posture or you can say pose. So therefore, Ustrasana means it's a camel pose, okay. So now I am going to explain you how exactly to do a Ustrasana and what exactly are its benefits. Well, before we jump into the how exactly to do a Ustrasana, what I am trying to say is in Ustrasana you can divide into two parts, initial part and the final part. Well, what I am trying to say is in Ustrasana, or you can say Ustrasana can be divided into two parts. One is the initial part and one is the final part. Well, the initial part is you are going to practice or you are going to get prepared your back, okay. You are going to prepare your back for the final part, okay. So the initial part is you are going to bend your back, okay, onto the floor, okay, onto the floor as much as possible you can, okay. That is the initial part, such that the region from knees to the hips has to be straight when you are bending your back, okay. So that is the key. So what exactly you need to do is you need to put your arm or put your palms, okay, try to connect your hip joints, okay, try to connect just to the point above the hip joints, okay. Try to press in this way, okay, try to press in forward direction, okay, try to feel in this way in upward direction, okay. You ought to feel, you have to feel in this way, like this, inhaling, exhale, inhale, okay, from this region, okay. You need to create a space, okay, between your back and the floor, okay. That is the main crucial initial part. Therefore, after completion of the initial part, you are going to touch your sole of the feet, okay, with the help of your palms, okay. So the first thing is you need to connect your hands or palms or you can say arm to the joints of the hips, just above the joints of the hips in this way, okay. Try to push your pelvis region in this way, okay, pelvis region in this way, such that inhale like this, try to feel in upward direction into the sky, okay, into the chest and lungs, okay. Try to fill the air into your lungs and bend your back as much as possible you can, okay. Then after reaching your initial part, you need to touch your hands, you need to make sure with the help of your hands you need to touch your sole of the feet. This is the sole of the feet, okay, okay, like this. And when you are in complete posture, make sure that the region from knees to the hips has to be straight and this part has to be bent, okay. You need to create a space between the floor and the back, okay. That is a crucial thing. So initially you need to inhale. You need to feel from bottom of the knees to the upper part up to the here, okay, like pushing forward, okay, like this. Inhale. Try to connect at the joints of your hips, or you can say just above the joints of the hips. Try to push your pelvis in this region. Try to bend your neck, close your eyes, inhale like this. Feel the energy or feel the spiritual energy into your body like this, okay. Do not bend this one like this, do not bend like this completely when you are in complete posture, okay. Try to bend your back as much as possible you can. Inhale. Inhale. Now, what exactly you need to do is try to touch your sole of the feet with your palms, okay. like this. Okay. Now try to straighten your region from knees to the hips. Okay, as I said, try to create a gap between the floor and your back. Now have a normal breath. Try to push your pelvis region in forward direction. Try to touch your sole of the feet with the help of your palms. Try to straighten your region from hips to the knees in this way. Have a normal breath. Feel the energy in your body. Closing your eyes. Now when you are closing your posture, you do not drop your back. Okay, you need to reverse your process by touching your joints of the hips. Exhale. Now get into child's pose for at least 30 seconds. So, as I said, the final part is you are going to touch your feet, or you are going to touch your sole of the feet with the help of your palms after completion of the initial part. Make sure that when you are in complete posture, the region from hips to the knees has to be straight. Okay, this part has to be straight. Okay, and you need to bend your back from here to the maximum. Okay, there has to be gap between the back and the floor. Okay, you can see how I am sweating. So let's do it again. Concentrate on initial part, then go for the final part. Okay, push your back in this way. Okay, push your back as much as possible. You can create the energy. Inhale, close your eyes. Now try to touch your feet. Okay, when you're in full posture, try to adjust your hip region so that it can be straight from hip region to the knees. Close your eyes. Try to stay for at least 15 to 20 seconds with a normal breath. Okay. Now slowly, by touching your hip joints again, exhale, then come to the child's pose and have a rest for at least 30 seconds. You can see how I am sweating. So it looks like a simple asana, but it's a tough asana. Well, initially the beginners will feel some giddiness and nausea. Okay, it's a very tough asana if you do it perfectly. And now I'm going to say what exactly are the benefits of the Ustrasana. Well, the major benefits of the Ustrasana are it generally cures the constipation. Okay, it cures the constipation. It stimulates the endocrine glands. Okay, it improves your back, it tones up your back, or you can say it activates, it energizes, or it strengthens your back, and it decreases or it reduces your fat of the thighs. Okay, so that you can lose your weight. Okay, and it strengthens your neck region, it strengthens your internal organs of the abdomen region, therefore increasing the efficiency of the internal organs of the abdomen region, therefore digestion also increases. Okay, and it improves your back, as I said earlier, and the blades of shoulder region will get more flexible and will get more strengthened. Okay, it improves your strength. It improves your wrist. Okay, it improves your wrist, and it improves your ankles. Okay, it strengthens your ankles. Okay, especially, and that's it. So this is the Ustrasana. How exactly you need to do. Divide into two parts. Make sure you are, when you're perfect in initial part, then go for the final part. The initial part is you're making sure to bend as much as possible back as you can, creating a space between the back and the floor. And how means by feeling the energy, by inhaling, and you're going to create the energy from lower part to the upper part like this, by pushing the pelvis in the forward region. Therefore, in the final part, you're going to touch your feet, or you are going to touch your sole of the feet. Okay, that's the thing you're going to do in Ustrasana. So finally, let's do it again. Okay, so first exhale, then inhale. I mean, in initial part, you got to inhale. Push it, push it, push it, push, 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 push. Now try to touch the feet. Straight, try to straighten your hip region to knees region as much as possible you can. Okay? You are going to get relaxed in your shoulder region. The plates of the shoulder region will get relaxed and will get flexible. Okay, exhale, child's pose for at least 30 seconds. So, hope you have understood the concept of the Ustrasana and enjoyed my video. So, try to practice as much as possible. Okay, meet you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Namaste.